so today I'm doing a tutorial, and this is on a DIY hair mask for dry hair. So I already have my items set up here. So the things you're going to need is a bowl. It doesn't matter if it's glass, paper, bowl, or plastic, just some type of bowl. And then you're going to need a knife to cut your banana. And then you're going to need one banana. And make sure it's ripe. And then you're going to need a plastic spoon or a spoon. And then you're also going to need some honey. And I'm just using the clover honey. You can use like any kind you want that you find at the store. And then just a fork. Okay, so first you want to take your banana. And you can do this different ways, but I guess it doesn't really matter if your banana is completely ripe or anything. Just make sure it's not like super hard. And you want to, if you're having trouble opening it, just take about 3/4 of your banana, just cut straight down and leave the 1/4 off to the side, and then just take your 3/4 and then just start off and peel that. So make sure, try to get one that's like ripe so it's not as hard to mash up. And then you're just going to take your knife and put it into like sections. They don't have to be like slices, just like sections like this big. And just put that in your bowl so it looks like that. And you don't want to use the rest of this unless you have like longer hair that is at least down to here, then you can use a whole banana. But I'm not going to do that. So you have your banana sections in, and now you're going to take your spoon and your honey, and you want to fill up your spoon all the way with honey. So basically like a tablespoon of honey, or, well, if you're using a spoon it would be a teaspoon. But if you're actually using like measuring things, then it would be like a tablespoon. So either use 2 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon of honey, and you can add as much as you want, just not too much. Don't use more than like 2 tablespoons because then it won't be the right consistency. So I put about 1.5 tablespoons, or 1.5 teaspoons, sorry, of honey. And I'm going to go get my measuring spoons really fast, so just hold on a second. Okay, so basically what I mean is with your honey, you can use, okay, so this is a teaspoon right here. You would want to use about 2 of these, or 1 of these, which is a tablespoon. So that's an example. So you have your honey and your banana in here. This is where I recommend a metal fork because it is harder and you can control things more. And this is where you want to just take your fork, trying to show you the best I can, and just start mashing the banana with your fork. So just keep mashing it really hard. And mine is not very ripe, so it's really hard to mash. But that's okay. You can, if you're having trouble mashing your banana, you can just put it in the blender and the honey for like 5 to 10 seconds, and it'll turn into just like a mush kind of is the consistency that you want it. But I don't have one with me right now, so I'm just going to try my best to mash this up. But I do highly recommend the blender technique because when you actually put the mask in your hair, you don't want like clumps. So yeah. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and you can skip in the video if you feel like I'm taking too long. I'm just going to keep doing this until I get the right consistency that I want. And I don't have like a speed up thing, so I can't like do it real fast, but that's okay. So as you can see, it's starting to get all mushy and stuff, and I'm going to keep doing that. It'll start to look kind of gross, but that's how it should look. It should kind of look like baby food, like, you know, the banana baby food. It's like a mush. Sorry, this is taking forever, guys. And you should have put enough honey in there to where it should have kind of like a shine to it. Like, it may look a little greasy, but it's really not, because honey isn't greasy, neither is banana, so it's not going to make your hair greasy. And I'll tell you the directions for putting it in your hair at the end of the video, or at least once I finish mashing this up. So I'm almost done here, guys. And you can always put in a little bit more banana or a little bit more honey if you want. It's really up to you. Just don't use too much honey. Like I gave some examples of measurements of honey earlier with my measuring spoon, so yeah. I'm almost done. And I know I keep saying that, but I really am. Okay. So I'm done, and I'm just going to show you the consistency. So it's just like this mushy, it's like a thick, pasty kind of thing, and then just kind of mix it together. You don't really have to mash anymore, just kind of mix it. And it actually smells pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add like another drop of honey, but really don't use too much. It's just because I'm using this on someone else, and that person has like really dry hair and a really dry scalp, so I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit more honey than I usually would. So yeah, so you have your little concoction here, and then you want to put it in like a little jar with a cap, and then just put it in the refrigerator for like 10 minutes, and then you can take it out and use it. Or you don't have to do that technique. What I'm going to do is just leave it in the bowl, and the person can use it, because I'm not really going to refrigerate it. You don't have to do that. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and eat the rest of my banana, because it is very healthy for you. You can actually eat this if you want, even though it'll taste kind of gross, but you can eat this if you have extra. Just don't dip your hair in it. Yeah. So please comment or like if you want to see more DIY videos. I have a cream eyeshadow tutorial. I think I'm going to be posting another DIY. It's like a face mask. Yeah. So it's cinnamon and honey. Thanks for watching.